Okay, so Cardi B just threw the internet into pure chaos after she hopped on TikTok looking like she had a pillow stuffed under her shirt. Rumors have been swirling nonstop that she's carrying Stefon Diggs' baby, but then, bam! She drops this video right after leaving court yesterday. Fans were like, whoa, wait, so she's not pregnant? The confusion was real. Some people are convinced she's been trolling everyone the whole time, while others swear this is Cardi's sneaky way of hiding the truth. I'm not buying it, like at all. Cardi B still hasn't shown that belly, and instead of pulling out the board or pillow, she flashed her phone pad at us like that was supposed to prove something. Please. All I saw was a woman trying a little too hard to cover something up, if you know what I mean. Now, if she had yanked out that pillow and hit us with a flat stomach reveal, oh, I would have clapped and said, okay, sis, you got us. But no, she gave us a whole lot of smoke and mirrors, and I'm still not convinced. Cardi is famous for keeping that stomach snatched. So until I see it flat with my own eyes, I'm not buying the not pregnant storyline. What about you? Do you think Cardi's finessing us, or are people just making a mess out of nothing? And speaking of a mess, let's talk about how Cardi B just walked away winning that $24 million civil suit filed by a security guard.
I am not that celeb that you're gonna sue and you think it's gonna settle.
Reality show gone wrong. The guard claimed Cardi put hands on her during a doctor's visit when she was pregnant with Culture. But this trial? A circus? The lawyer? A total joke? Like, where did she even find this man? Craigslist? He was the worst lawyer I've ever seen in my life. No debate.
I'm not gonna settle, especially when I'm super, completely innocent. I know I got a little reputation, but I swear to God I'm innocent. I swear to God, like this, like I'm really innocent for real. And I just want to say thank you, everybody.
I thought it was totally unprofessional. I think it showed volume to her character, the type of person that she is. A lot of her body language, her body gestures, her facial expressions, her disrespect for the court, I think speaks to who she is. I think we saw how I conducted myself during this trial, and I think that...
And then the witnesses dragged the whole case even more. The OBGYN testified that Cardi didn't touch the woman. The receptionist? Same story, she said Cardi didn't touch her either. Matter of fact, it was the receptionist who claimed she got roughed up by that same security guard. So yeah, this whole case was a sinking ship from day one. If you're gonna sue somebody for $24 million, at least hire a lawyer that doesn't make you look like a clown. Anyway, here's what Cardi and the security guard had to say about the verdict. After watching that trial, I don't believe for a second that Cardi B laid hands on that woman. But you tell me, whose side are you on in all this? Moving on to the next tea. Sexyy Red and Sukihana just got slapped with a wrongful death lawsuit after somebody tragically lost their life at one of Sexyy Red's video shoots. Yes, you heard that right. This mess goes all the way back to September 14th, 2023. And so here's the scene. Sexyy Red and Sukihana were down in Florida filming the music video for Sexyy Red's track, Shake Your Dreads. They set up shop at the Oakland Park Flea Market in Oakland Park, Florida, and you already know what happens when rappers announce a video shoot. The whole city pulls up. Hundreds of people packed in, either trying to sneak into the video or just peep the chaos. Now here's where it gets dark. The flea market sits right off West Oakland Park Boulevard, and directly across the street, a Chevron gas station, and baby, that's where things went completely left. A 36-year-old man named Anthony Dennis, local guy, father, just out there like everybody else trying to catch the vibe, ended up in the middle of it all. During the shoot, Anthony and his friend decided to step away for a quick drink, so they crossed over to the Chevron gas station across the street. But the second they got there, bam, a dark car pulled up with 3 masked men inside. They jumped out, guns in hand, trying to rob Anthony and his friend on the spot. According to the lawsuit, these guys weren't after just anything. They specifically wanted the jewelry. We're talking a Rolex watch and a chain. But Anthony and his friend weren't giving up their stuff that easy. That's when everything spun out of control. The robbers opened fire, shooting right there in the gas station parking lot. Anthony Dennis was tragically hit and killed instantly, right in front of his friend. And his friend, he got shot too. 1 bullet tore through his shoulder and another grazed him. He lived, but not without lasting damage. The lawsuit says he's now dealing with nerve damage, muscle spasms, has to wear a neck brace, and on top of all that, he's carrying the trauma of watching his best friend die. And Anthony, He left behind a little daughter. Just 7 years old at the time, police eventually showed up and managed to catch the 3 suspects, who are now sitting and waiting for trial. But here's where it gets messy. Fast forward, Anthony's child's mother is suing on behalf of his estate, and his friend is suing too for his injuries. And they're not just suing 1 or 2 people, they're going after 9 defendants. That includes Sukihana and Sexyy themselves. They're also suing the gas station owners, the landowners where the gas station sits, the companies behind Oakland Park Flea Market where the shoot took place, the owners of the plaza where the shooters parked, the media company promoting Sexyy, and the record label. This lawsuit is like a domino chain. Everybody tied to that day is getting dragged into court. And finally, here's the twist. The lawsuit is going straight at Kiana and Sexyy, like throwing spaghetti at the wall just to see what sticks. The big claim? Negligence. They're saying nobody provided proper security, even though everybody knew this spot had a track record for crime. Now, here's the spicy part. The lawsuit isn't just targeting their companies. Oh no, it's coming for Sexyy and Sukihana personally, and the accusations are wild. First, they're saying Sexyy was the mastermind behind the whole thing, posting all over social media, hyping it up, telling folks to pull up to the Oakland Park Flea Market for the shoot. The papers even point out how she kept reposting announcements, making sure as many people as possible showed up in real time for the video. The lawyers are basically spinning it like this because she promoted it so heavily. She's the reason this big crowd rolled into a dangerous area, and they're claiming she should have known better. But wait, it gets even messier. They're accusing Sukihana and Sexyy of making music that invites violent activity. Yep, that's their argument. And remember, Sexyy label, Rebel One LLC, is also named in the suit. The lawsuit goes as far as dragging up the label's history, claiming it has ties to artists with violent reputations. They drop names like King Von, who lost his life in a shooting, YNW Melly, who's facing murder charges, and even Fredo Bang saying he's tied to violence in Baton Rouge. So basically, the picture they're painting is this. Sexyy is signed to a label with a violent reputation, she makes violent music, and by hyping this event online, she should have expected violence to follow. Talk about a messy setup. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty of what they're accusing Sexyy and Sukihana of not doing. They're saying the ladies should have had full-on security, not just for the video shoot itself, but the entire area. They should have warned people it was a sketchy spot, put up surveillance cameras, made sure the lighting was solid, and actually had a full security plan in place. Honestly, I can't even argue too much with that. That's the bare minimum for an event like this. And as for the shooters who killed Anthony, remember there were 3 of them, they got caught. They're locked up waiting for trial. But here's the million-dollar question. Should Sexyy and Sukihana really be held responsible for his death?